Okay, the very first game of the collection, very short miniature, only 4 moves long, and black even won. Game started out pawn d4, black replied knight f6, and white played knight d2, slightly unusual. Black hit back in the centre of pawn e5. It's a little bit like a Budapest gambit. White now played pawn takes on e5, attacking the knight on f6, and now black played knight g4, and here white played pawn h3, and black played knight e3, and white resigned. The queen's under attack, and if say pawn takes knight, queen to h4 is check mate. After g3, queen takes g3 is checkmate. So let's have a look at the game in a little bit more detail. White played pawn d4, knight f6, knight d2. His idea was possibly to play pawn e4. It's unusual to play knight d2. Pawn c4 is a normal sort of continuation. So you can play knight d2, black played pawn e5, and here we can start looking at some variations. Now if white say played knight f3, this would mean a pawn move after pawn e4, knight g5, and attacks this pawn twice after pawn d5. Then black has a strong threat of pawn to h6, so black's doing well here. Again after knight f3, pawn e4, knight e5, something like d6, knight c4, even now d5 is okay. Black's gained some time. Other variations, pawn e3, this could have been played, possibly continuation, pawn takes, yeah, maybe black has a slight advantage here. So in the game, white took, which is probably the best continuation, pawn to knight g4, and the game continuation was h3, which is a losing move, blunder. So can white defend e4 pawn, e5 pawn? Well, f4 will still lose to knight e3. The queen is trapped in this variation, so that's a mistake. Knight to f3 is better. Knight c6, double attacking the pawn. Now it's important not to play pawn to e4 to bishop c5, and this pawn's getting attacked there. So probably the best is actually to play e4. This attacks the knight. Knight takes on e5, and here it's about equal. So the game continued h3, knight e3. That's the end of the game. Black wins.